And good afternoon. I'm in downtown Dayton at the edge of the Oregon district, right near Wayne and 5th. And this property that you are looking at, it was an old plumbing warehouse, and this building has came in the news for the last several years. About every so often, every 2 or 3 years, you hear something about it. Now the latest story is some developer from Louisville. Why a person from Louisville really gives a shit about this, I don't really know. But of course, whoever it is, I'm sure is well connected politically to Nan Whaley, our piece of shit mayor, which we are going to be doing a video about her here in a little bit. And so yeah, there's been a lot of stupidity that's been happening. You can see the building is in pretty shitty shape. You can see this back portion of it right here, which looks like it used to be some kind of freight elevator. That part's obviously gonna have to be torn down, obviously. So my friend's with me today. He's did some videos with me before. He's gonna go unnamed. People must ask yourself, why are the city leaders so focused on this, and why does somebody from Louisville care so much about this property? And the thing is too, a lot of people that never come downtown, it's very easy to get brainwashed by the hype machine and the propaganda, because the other day I was speaking with a friend of mine who never even comes downtown, by the way. Me and my friend right here, we both come downtown every day. We both live in the city, both in the inner city, both in, rough areas. And you have to ask yourself this much, why do they care about this? And, the people that, that live in the suburbs, that never come downtown, the only thing they really know is, what they hear in the media. They hear about, all the same shit that gets touted over and over again. Fifth Third Field, Riverscape, Schuster Center, apartments, townhouses, downtown, all this other fluff, crap.
Yeah, part of the problem is Nan Whaley believes the way to develop downtown and revive it is to put these luxury apartments in downtown Dayton. And while that sounds like a good idea in theory, in practice, it's not a good idea. First off, you got acres upon acres upon acres of nothing but abandoned buildings that need torn down.
That are all over the city.
Those could be rehabbed. Those neighborhoods could be redeveloped into something nicer. Why invest all this money in basically tearing apart most of this? Because some of this is not even.
Is not gonna be savable. Like this part right here is not gonna be savable. Yeah.
This is not suitable for housing. You have to completely redevelop, part of it.
And plus, there's probably asbestos in here. There's asbestos.
Right.
And
that'd be a building code violation right there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is, unless it's removed legally.
They're building a lot of lofts and townhomes in downtown Dayton. If you look at the number of townhomes and lofts in downtown Dayton that are currently there that are occupied, they're not as occupied as the media leads you to believe. More expensive housing in an area that people do not want to live in. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and
it'd be better turned into a school or something.
Or something, yeah, or also, you hear these dumb fools that have talked about the ideas the ideas.
Factory.
Yeah,
why would you want to live next to an old abandoned soap factory right there?
Abandoned soap factory and another old abandoned shitty warehouse.
Why would you want to live near this?
Yeah, why would you want to live near this? There's absolutely nothing here. And you've heard the idea, some of these fools that mention ideas, a downtown Dayton grocery store. Although downtown Dayton cannot support a grocery store, really, but if they were going to put a grocery store, right here would be a good location, at least, because you got the railroad tracks here. You got Dayton, one of Dayton's most affluent neighborhoods, the Oregon district, near here, and South Park. You have these buildings right here that are just sitting empty and are just abandoned.
If you want to live in a nice area and you want to live near downtown, just move to South Park, move to Oregon. These are nice areas that are already developed.
That are already developed.
And that, you know, won't cost the city tons of money.
Yes, tons of money.
And
the thing is, why do we need to have more housing? See, this building right here is clearly abandoned, and this one right here too. No, somebody occupies that, but why do?
There's a concert venue. You want to live next to something every Friday, Saturday night's gonna be loud as crap.
Where's that at?
Old, right there, where the yellow short truck.
Yeah, that right there used to be old yellow cab.
Yep, it's concert
years ago,
now.
Concert venue now, and sometimes they have food drives here, which is pretty good. So you know, you have this building that's abandoned right here. The people have to ask yourself this much: why does a city that has a population that is still, you know, falling rapidly, that, you know, we have an older population here that is dying off quickly as it is, that's not really being replaced by anybody, plus the immigrants they talk about, you know, there's only a few here and there. It's not as many as they lead you to believe in. You know, they want you to believe downtown is this great urban utopia, but yet most of the buildings, especially professional buildings here.
Shooting on Sunday.
Yeah, there was a shooting on Sunday, yeah.
How's it a utopia when you got over 30 rounds fired?
Yeah, over 30 rounds, you know, which me and my friend are getting ready to go down that way in a little bit, where that shooting took place at. But yeah, I mean, you have people that never come downtown who only know what they hear through the media. They're not down here like me and my friend are with visual eyes seeing, you know, what's really going on in this part. There's parts of this building they're gonna have to be torn down. This part right here, you can't save that smokestack. You can't save this right here for housing. Also, who the hell's gonna pay for the money for all the smokestack? Of course, the developer claims they have all the money lined up. I don't know if I buy that. Of course, they probably got their hand in some taxpayer money, various tax credits, which, you know, we need to oppose. You know, we need to oppose all that. You know, if they really want to redevelop this, tear this piece of shit down. If they're gonna, you know, for those of you that say, oh, you don't offer any solutions, if you want to rebuild something to put housing here, tear this thing down and start over again. It looks like complete and total shit. And what is the obsession that we have with these stupid abandoned warehouses here in the city that, you know, they think, oh, we got to turn all these into, you know, living, you know, apartments and all that stuff. You know, we're going to walk to the other side of the building. So yeah, like I said, a lot of people that come down here don't realize what's going on. Like the person I talked to who hears all this rah-rah crap through hearsay, he probably hasn't came down here in probably 5 or 10 years, maybe longer than that, because he lives up in Tip City, north of town, a nice quiet bedroom community that is safe, with excellent schools. And of course,
some of this. I mean, you got,
it said effectively closed.
Down,
yep.
You know,
This says this will be
effective.
effective.
Be a particle board.
Particle board, and like I said, this building, you know, is full of asbestos. It's got peel and paint. So this is obviously all going to have to be pressure washed. So this used to be the old HD supply, you know, plumbing. You could see that, I mean, to do anything, they're going to have to, there's probably a lot of rotted boards here as it is, and all this paint's gonna have to be peeled off, and I'm sure there's tons of lead paint inside this place. So that's another, you know, remediation expense in addition to whatever asbestos and mold is already in here. And the thing I tell you, people, trying to, you know, remediate a building like this is not gonna come cheap either. Yeah, cheap or easy. You know, there is one nice thing that's beside here next to the railroad track. We got a nice little community garden right there, which, you know, for those of you that say, oh, I never do any positive videos, you actually know what, dumbasses? We're actually gonna do a positive video of this afterwards. Those of you that say, oh, you don't offer any solutions, and, you know, one of my viewers the other day said, you know, the only excuse people come up with, is, they say, What are you doing to fix it? Well, I can take that from the verse. What are you guys doing to fix it? And more importantly, what are you guys doing to try and stop the corruption and the issues that I bring up? Like this building right here is obviously, I'm pointing at ahead, it's gonna have to be torn down. This was actually a video of mine several months ago. Yeah.
I stayed in there back when I was homeless. That is not a safe place.
No, it's not. I mean, plus it caught on fire several months ago. Plus I did a video through there before it, you know, caught on fire, you know. So right here, you know, you got some dangerous electrical lines that are gonna have to be removed from the back of there. So that's another, you know, massive massive expense. So, you know, you got all this room down here, and this building I know up ahead will not be saved. Like I said, I mean, I did a video of that thing. That thing's gone. Structurally unsound, it's been on fire. But yeah, right here, YouTube, you can see, look at the windows that are just missing, these gaping holes. So this part of the building's not gonna be saved either. And so, you know, you have all this, you know, fluff and propaganda. This building over here that's abandoned right next to it as well. So, you know,
well, both Dayton, Ohio, it's the land of abandoned buildings.
Land of abandoned building. It's the proud son of Detroit, Michigan, along with Toledo, Ohio. It's Detroit's proudest child. Detroit's proudest child, you know. Like most of these old industrial cities, you know, they model themselves after Detroit, you know, during their heyday. So, you know, if they really, you know, what they planning on doing would be great if we had the population to support it. This was 60 or 70 years ago. This crap would not even be an issue because these warehouses were full of businesses and we had the population and jobs back then to support it. And then now the average person that lives in the city is easily, you know, we have a lot of baby boomers. We don't have a whole lot of young people coming in to actually supplant.
Dayton, you're either on welfare, you're unemployed, you're homeless, you're a drug addict, or you're working one of those lower paying jobs.
That's true.
Like as a gas station clerk.
And that's true.
Or something.
And that's true. And there's just not a whole lot of.
People in the outskirts all go, oh, well, let's make Dayton beautiful like what we
It's
have.
not.
You know, and then Whaley, of course, wants to go with what their wishes are.
Yeah.
You know, which in theory makes sense.
And
however, in practice, it's not going to work because all Dayton is a place to warehouse those that don't have anywhere else to go. They can't afford, say, living.
That's very true. I mean, there's a lot of people, you know, both me and him are both poor ourselves. We have no problem, you know, admitting that, you know, we both grew up in bad areas. I grew up in bad areas. He has too, you know, so, you know, we know what's going on down here, unlike most of the people that just, you know, you have all this hearsay and they don't know what in the world is what's really, you know, going on down here. So, yeah. But so, you know, so people start coming down here and actually, you know, looking at things for yourself instead of believing everything that the media tries to brainwash you with. Because, you know, thankfully, you know, because of avenues like YouTube, you know, alternative forms of media are able to be formed online that are completely independent. I don't do this for money or anything. I do this because I want people to see the truth and what's really, you know, going on down here.
So you don't get paid for this?
Nope. I don't get paid for this, so, you know, so
truly independent media.
Truly independent media, uncensored. There is no 3-minute time limit like there is down at City Hall. Speaking, even if you raise hell down there, they'll just kick you out of there. And you gotta say what you're gonna speak about. But anyway, YouTube, that's gonna be it for this one here. From more waste and stupidity in downtown Dayton, Ohio.